Naruto Uzumaki versus Boruto, a battle of father versus son. It's something that a lot of fans have said will happen at some point in the Boruto story. In fact, when you look at Boruto as a character, from his very debut in chapter 700 of Naruto, we actually see father versus son being pitted against each other in a very subtle way if you pay attention. Boruto is acting out in order to get his father's attention, hoping to play pranks so Naruto will pay attention to him. In the anime, you see Boruto struggling to understand why his father can't make more time for him like he did in the end credits of Naruto the Last, where you see Boruto competing for the attention of his father as they played on the balcony of Naruto's house. So by the time you guys are seeing this, Boruto's anime should have already finished the retelling of the Boruto Naruto the movie, which means you've seen the father and son fist bump, and you've seen that father and son have agreed to better understand each other. However, a year after the events of the Momoshiki fight, Boruto and Naruto's relationship hits a rough patch that literally places father against son, and it's now I want to speak to the anime only viewers. I hope by this point there should be enough content on the channel to where you guys will be able to watch other stuff without getting spoiled. So I thank you for your support, but if you're an anime only viewer, I highly recommend clicking off of this video and checking out something else on the channel. So if you're already here and you're okay with spoilers, then I'm gonna assume that you're okay with listening to the final portion of this video. So at this point, it's pretty clear the Boruto anime is going to be making some huge changes to the Boruto versus Naruto fight. We've already seen the anime make subtle and drastic changes to the Momoshiki arc, so it stands to good reason that the anime team will be adding in more battle sequences to the Naruto versus Boruto fight, which happened in front of various members of the ranks of the Konoha Ninja, which includes Boruto's mentor Sasuke. This fight in the manga was really cool when you read it, since it's the first time we see Naruto use a change in chakra nature that isn't wind release, or it isn't fueled by the Biju chakra of the 9 Biju who are inside of Naruto. At least their chakra is inside of Naruto. Boruto displayed the fruits of his training with Sasuke by delivering a pretty impressive combo of water style jutsu and then followed it up with a lightning style attack. All eyes were on father and son during this battle. However, shortly afterwards, we see that Naruto actually cheats using the ninja tool, which only infuriates Boruto because he recalls the speech that Naruto gave him when he was disqualified from the tuning exams, though Naruto was only using the ninja tool as a part of a live combat experiment. Like I've already discussed in the past, Ikimoto, who is the artist for the Boruto manga, doesn't maximize the number of pages that he's allotted for a monthly release. He has roughly 18 to 20 pages of extra material that he can cram into a chapter. A few more pages in this fight could have done wonders for us seeing more of Boruto's growth during the 1 year gap between Momoshiki's attack and the fight with Naruto versus Boruto. Now, it should be noted that the 1 year gap is confirmed in the manga because the Momoshiki fight is 15 years since the end of the 4th Great Ninja War, and when Boruto meets Ao, he says that it's been 16 years, so that shows that a year has passed. However, this does need to be a moment where the anime adds more to the fight in terms of ninjutsu. In the manga, it is revealed by Kodachi and Boruto's character profile that Boruto actually knows Purple Lightning, and we actually see Mitsuki use Purple Lightning in a fight. Boruto isn't on the skill level of Naruto, but he's a really crafty fighter and he's a genius. Having Boruto fight using diversion tactics and strategy could be something that shows his growth as a character and earns the respect of fans who have been hesitant to accept Boruto Uzumaki. It isn't enough to have Naruto dodge Boruto's vanishing Rasengan, which, to note, was changed from its original change in chakra nature of being wind release to being lightning release in the anime now, which I'm okay with the change. It's a pretty good retcon and it makes sense because Boruto has shown a natural affinity for lightning release. We need to see more from Boruto Uzumaki, however. Hell, it would be awesome to see Boruto use a lot of chakra to use the water dragon jutsu, or have Boruto take a subtle approach and use water clones, setting up a way to land one solid hit on Naruto like we saw in the OVA fight of Naruto versus Konohamaru during the tuning exams. This would prove to be a true passing of the torch, adding on to what we already got with the father and son Rasengan that is used to defeat Momoshiki. However, those are just my thoughts on this matter. How do you guys personally feel that the anime should handle this fight? Let me know down in the comment section below and give me suggestions for what you would like to see. And as always, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching.